Welcome to the first ever episode of SeeMoreFilms, the live podcast. I'm AJ Punk 15. Guys, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourselves?
Is it 1 and 1? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well,
Are we going to say it at the same time? Or like, is it going to like, go on?
go for it. Just introduce yourself to everyone out there.
Hey YouTube, this is MovieManiacMick here.
And I'm M4 TV.
All right, in the very first episode of SeeMoreFilms, we're going to talk about Scream Season 2, brought to you by MTV and Netflix. Now, the first thing I want to talk about, guys, is the acting of this season so far. I know Season 1, we had a couple characters like Jake and Brooke that weren't very well developed or likable at all. For me, I couldn't stand Jake. So when this season opened up, spoiler alert, obviously we're talking about the complete season, so there's obviously spoilers in this. They killed Jake in the very first episode, and I absolutely loved it. I didn't like his character. He's not very likable. The guy's not a great actor. So
Yeah, he's a terrible actor.
yeah, so what are your thoughts on like the acting of everyone so far this season? I'll start with Mick.
I think most of the cast has their acting has improved a lot from the first season.
Yeah.
But I still feel that I can't stand Brooke. And I think that, what's his name? I can't fucking remember his name.
Who? Describe him.
The fucking little film nerd bastard.
Noah.
Noah.
Yeah, film nerd.
I feel that Noah, his acting has definitely improved. Definitely from season 1, for sure.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, he was too quirky in season 1, and this season it just felt like he was there for a long time, and he just blended in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at yourself.
I'm trying to laugh with you.
I want Superman, alright?
Okay. I thought Brooke was actually a lot better in the season. I hated her in the first season.
Yeah, I
absolutely hated her.
agree there.
I
will say she her acting has improved, but to me, she's just one of those characters that I can't stand.
Yeah.
That's the one, like in this episode when she got stabbed, I was like, fuck yes, she's gonna die. She's gonna die. And I was like, crap, she's alive. But that's it. All you can do about that.
One surprising thing is I do not like Emma.
Yeah,
I don't like Emma.
For someone who likes the Carrie TV show, she's not very. Nothing against the person or not, but it seems like she's just the same person she was in season 1. She
there
hasn't grown
was
as
no
an actor at all.
development.
Yeah.
I just don't like. She has the same facial expression all
the time.
Yeah. It comes down to the casting the show itself. I mean, when they picked Noah, obviously he's grown into his character.
Yeah.
He's a nerd and he owns it.
Yeah.
Especially this season with the morgue. Cannot talk about enough of that.
Mm-hmm.
That's a perfect time to do a segue into my next topic, which was the Murder Board and Noah's Morgue podcast. Coincidentally, we're also doing one right now. But I think that brought an added element to this season that I never saw coming at all. I know they kind of touched on it at the end of season 1 when they were going through some things and Noah was kind of talking to a narrative towards the end of the season 1.
Yes. Yep.
But I never saw it coming. I thought it was an added element that surprised me, and a lot of the season based around that one murder board and how they're trying to deal with it and trying to find out who killer is, and a lot of episodes are based around it. But do you have any thoughts on the murder board at all, or?
My one point is you have murder board wrote wrong.
Yes, I do. I also said it wrong, so 2 for 2 on that.
Murder board.
Yeah, motorboat.
I thought it was a great addition.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah, it definitely added in added more depth to.
Who the killer might be?
Yes.
Yeah. Totally.
Very well thought out.
Mm-hmm. Yourself.
Pretty much the same thing, really.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like it was his own character in the show.
Yeah.
It was always referred
much,
to, and they always added or took things away from it, and especially like when Noah went into hospital, to find the clues, and the other people had to go in there and try to find them themselves, even though he technically gave up the morgue for an episode.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool just to see other people interact with it, and like the whole podcast aspect of the morgue and how he's got like interviewing each person who survived it or people that had events dealing with the first season and all the Lakewood 6 or 5 or 4. What are we going with now?
Lakewood.
It's 4 now.
It's Lakewood 4+1 now.
Yeah.
Stavros is in that picture.
Yeah. That's true. And another segue for Stavros. He was one of the new characters introduced this season with Stavros, Eli, and Zoe. And for the most part, I did like each character. Zoe was probably the weakest of the three for myself. I never really got into her character.
Yeah, like if she, you never had that. All right, if she dies, I'm gonna care about it.
Yeah. They pushed for it.
Yeah,
but he didn't.
Especially with the relationship and all.
Yeah. Like she came off as just.
I was happy that Noah like has someone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But at the same time, I was like, okay, she's dead.
Yeah.
She's just another.
Yeah, you
body.
didn't care. It's just another one that added a total body count.
Yeah.
Like for myself, it's like they pushed her to be this person you had to care about.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
course,
they pushed it.
But her character was just so lopsided. Like at first she was like this goody two shoes person. Then they had her as a red herring, and then they brought her in, and she was like this person who drank and party, and it didn't fit well.
Yeah.
And then she was jealous of Audrey for no real reason, considering Audrey's a lesbian and had no competition with Noah in the first place. She just didn't feel right, and when her body was laid waste, I didn't really care.
I didn't mind her. I didn't really like the fact that they kind of pushed the relationship side of the story at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
They were kind of pushing it was more of like a teeny bopper show than a horror show for the first couple episodes. But
yeah, I totally agree. Actually, that's why I kind of stopped doing my reviews for them, because it got too I don't know the word for it, but like too dramatized around teens, and it was not enough Scream-esque towards the middle of the season compared to the start and the end of it.
yeah.
But Stavros is another character that was new, and he was absolutely great.
I loved him.
His drawings of the Lakewood 5 or 6, whatever you want to say, it was awesome. He was the best red herring so far this season.
Yeah.
Hands down. You actually thought he was the killer at certain points. And then when he started caring for Brooke and stuff, it kind of made sense. Like my thought of mine when I was seeing him like take over Jake's place as Brooke's boyfriend, I was like, well, maybe he killed Jake to get with her, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I didn't. But then again, obviously, if you watch my last review on my channel, I kind of picked Karen as the killer, and we'll get into that later. But then we have Eli, who once again is like Zoe. I didn't care for him. They made him out to be this creepy person, which worked in the end. I will admit, like once the final killer got revealed and stuff, and what happened to him was true. Just I don't know. I think like they should have showed him going to the little place first before he got stabbed, because he just kind of showed up and he was stabbed and he didn't know why. Like if you would have seen like the killer stab him and then him walk in, it would have made way more sense. And I get it because they were trying to keep it a secret leading up for the killer reveal, which we'll get into. But what do you guys think about the other two, Stavros and Eli?
I thought Stavros, he was probably one of my favorite characters this season.
Yeah.
He was really cool, and like his drawings were really cool. Eli, they played him off as a creepy character throughout the middle of the season. You kind of could tell they were trying to push him towards being the killer, like people to think he was, like you said, one of the red herring. It ended
Which
up
there were a lot of.
yes,
Yeah.
but it ended up working out really well in the end. The way the season ended.
And that's one of my biggest complaints about this season is the fact that there was a little too many red herrings. And I understand it's a Scream TV show, and if you watch the original 4 films, there is a lot of red herrings in those films.
But it's enough.
Yeah.
Like it's just
only
like you
one or
got
two.
like 4 red herrings is perfect. When you go from like 4 to like 8, it's just too much.
And I think that's what they got right in Scream 2, which a lot of people don't realize, is that Randy said in Scream 1, everybody's a suspect is a simple little task.
Formula
And that's formula. And that's what they did in Scream 2. They didn't give too many red herrings. They only had 1 or 2. And once again, it was the boyfriend, because it was obvious he was the killer in the first movie, so why not try to bring him, Then he had Cotton Weary. That was probably the 2 biggest ones, like in regards to red herrings. Like his Billy's mom and such, like you kind of seen that coming anyway. They weren't really a red herring. Like you can kind of guess it. For the most part, Timothy Olisman's character I didn't really guess, but the mother thing I kind of seen coming.
I don't know, like Mickey always seemed to me, they always had that really creepy vibe to him. But I thought when I seen Scream 2, like I thought like more he was like a new Randy. That's what I kind of thought, because he was like in the film. During the film class and that, talking about all the different movies with T2 and all that stuff.
They never. What's the best part about his character is they never played him as a red herring. Whereas,
and that's the thing, like he was just
he was just there, and then when he got it revealed, it kind of didn't make sense to a lot of people, but it was effective.
Yeah.
And then that's what I didn't like with this season, is that almost every person in it was a red herring. Like Zoe was a red herring at one point, Stavros, Eli, Karen, Brooke, even Jake, Jake's dad.
Yeah.
Like the list goes on. It's just even kind of Noah at one point. Audrey for sure.
Emma was kind
Audrey
of a
for
red
sure.
herring.
Yes.
Especially when she broke the window at school.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm just like, maybe she is schizophrenic and she's losing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been interesting.
Yeah, if they went on to another role with Emma, maybe playing her off a little bit crazy, kind of like maybe they went the road of Scream 4 with Emma Roberts' character.
Yeah.
Like how she kind of want to be the limelight now. That would have been a cool way to play Emma, but I liked how it went.
Fame
I really
is what
did.
she wanted.
Yeah, fame. And that's kind of what Karen wanted. He wanted to pay it back, but he
Yeah.
also wanted to be the hero.
Yeah.
Because he didn't get to be it in the first season, obviously, because his plan didn't work out. Another great thing about this season so far, or consider it's over now, were the kills. Now, like, season 1 had some great kills. We talked about this previous coming into the video. Emma's boyfriend's death. I cannot remember his name right now to save the life of me. But his death with the buzzsaw, splitting him in half and blood going everywhere, that was great. That was a very inventive kill.
Yeah.
It was unique for the Scream universe, and it was kind of reminiscent of Drew Barrymore's boyfriend in the first Scream, where he's tied to the chair and stuff. I really like that.
Yeah.
But this season had some great kills. Jake being hung upside down, probably the most hated character in the show for a lot of people. Hung upside down, brutally murdered with a scythe right down through the middle, blood guts going everywhere, and then the piece de resistance, he just got unveiled in a giant ceremony for Brooke, where she's like Lakewood, I don't know, made of bullshit or something.
Oh, I don't remember.
Some kind of fair
let's
where
say
like she
made
can
of
win the
bullshit.
award for being Anyway, she gets up on stage. They rolled the tarp down or carpet, whatever the fuck it is. Banner.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the banner. Yeah, and Jake was rolled up inside it. Blood and guts go all over Brooke, and it's very homage to Carrie and the the prom scene, which was great. I thought they played that so good. Like, I didn't think it was gonna play like that. Like with Jake's body, obviously we've seen promos and pictures and stuff of like Brooke being covered in blood leading into the season, but I did not think it was gonna be Jake. Like,
No.
I was kind of happy because I didn't like him, but yeah. Well, what are you guys' thoughts on that? Do you think there's a lot of cool kills this season, or?
Oh yeah, for sure. I like that. Where Zoe died too, like when she drowned. That was unique.
Yeah, because you kind of didn't see it coming either. Like, it was pre-recorded and she was already dead, and he promised not to kill her, and he's playing like mind games with everyone, which was played a lot into this season, especially with Audrey's character, the killer fucking with people. Just for the enjoyment of it, which I really liked. It's more psychotic. Like Piper as the villain in season 1, or the killer, she didn't really play with a lot of people. She kind of just
not really.
Well, she made Emma kill one of her friends. Like she had pick and choose, but for the most part, it wasn't really a mind fuck. It wasn't a constant threat.
That's what like the Ghostface character is.
Yeah,
like he play games.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter who it is.
Yeah.
Like, it's just the way that character is. Just like he's gonna always play games.
And that's how he gets his kicks.
It's a cat and mouse.
Yeah, it's cat and mouse. And that's a perfect example of it right there. Which I don't think they really capitalized in season 1. And maybe that's why a lot of Scream fans didn't like it in season 1.
Yeah.
But season 2, it was total Ghostface. Even though it's Brandon James.
I found with the
me.
first season, like, to me, it felt more like I Know What You Did Last Summer. For some reason. Like, you know what it was? The way it was shot, the way the acting was.
Actually, there's a scene in this season, I think it might have been episode 2 or something, when she meets her dad and she's walking down the road. Her dad comes back in the picture.
This season,
and like the car chases them. That's pure and I Know What You Did Last Summer right there. That's the whole scene where Buddy's running away and he jumps and dodges. Like that was pretty cool. Paid homage to that a little bit, but for the most part, the kills are really, really great. Like, obviously Jake's was great, and Zoe's was great. The teacher, I can't remember his name now, man. Belding. We're going to call him Mr. Belding right now. Mr. Belding's death in this season was really great. The fact that Brooke tied him up, and then, of course, the killer took advantage of him and cut his hand off, and then fucking fried him, and like tortured him, and then burnt the house down with him in it to make it look like it was an accident and stuff. I really like that. And then it was like almost like a guessing game right up until the end. The killer nailed that hand to the. It was really, really great. Like, I really liked it. And then it was like a guessing game right up until the end. The killer nailed that hand to the. It was really, really great. Like, I really liked it. And then it was like a guessing game right up until the end. The killer nailed that hand to the. It was really, really great. Like, I really liked it. And then it was like a guessing game right up until the end. The killer nailed that hand to the. It was really, really great. Like, I really liked it. And then it was like a guessing game right up until the end. The killer nailed that hand to the. It was really, really great. Like, I really liked it. And then it was like a guessing game right up until the end. The killer nailed that hand to the. It was really, really great. Like, I really liked it. And then it was like a guessing game right up until the end. The killer nailed that hand to the. It was really, really great. Like, I really liked it. And then it was like a guessing game right up until the end. The killer nailed that hand to the. It was really, really great. Like, I really liked it. And then it was like a guessing game right up until the end. another dead body, which was I thought it was really, really cool in a way to keep them guessing who the killer, like who the actual killer was for the police. And
but it always still came back to the point that everyone thinking it was still Brandon James too. Like they always still throw that into you. So it's like they always say, okay, well, we got all these other red herrings, but like maybe it is Brandon James.
Yeah, because they never found the body.
That's right.
And, and I mean that's a classic trope
with the
slasher
pictures
films,
put
right?
like in a tree.
Yeah.
Or the notes. So that was always still put there to even like to show like this could very well be him.
And the only people that knew about that were Emma's mom and Brandon James.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
They kept showing a lot of flashbacks too when they were younger.
Yeah.
So it kept coming
Especially
back to the idea.
And the cop, Stavo's dad, which
Dad Stavos.
I have to say, a lot of characters so far this season, the new ones invented. Yes, I like Stavos, but Stavos' dad was way better as a sheriff than the sheriff in the first season.
Yeah.
Like
Karen's
he was
father.
more involved. Yeah, Karen's dad. He was way more involved. He almost like he didn't care if you were the main character or not. He played really well with it.
He was there for doing his job.
Yeah.
Pretty much, and like he had the evidence for obviously when they got framed.
Yeah.
He had the evidence there, like he said was in the episode. This is the evidence I got right now, so this is what I'm going to. Like all of this is going towards them, so I don't care. You're saying they're not the ones. Who done the killings.
He's by the book.
Everything
He's
is
a
going
by-the-book
by.
cop.
Yeah, he's a by the book cop.
Which is really, really cool.
He's like to Dewey.
Yeah.
Somewhat like the Dewey, not
not
completely,
as
but
bumbling goofy as Dewey would be, but he was like Dewey. He always played by the book and tried to do the best he can, kind of thing, even if it was somebody new, which Dewey did in Scream 4.
I just thought of a really great movie title for a Newfoundland cop.
Okay.
It's kind of like a play on like
Maniac Mountie.
The Babadook is the Babadook.
Oh man, by the book, yeah.
By the book.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
But another reason why I think the Sheriff works so well this season is that this season felt like a bigger movie than a TV show. Very similar to Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Another great show that just came out, horror. I'm sure we're going to be talking about that on this channel. I'm 100% sure.
Yep.
Eventually we will get that and a poster hung up behind me. That's in the process of being hanged. But yeah, this season just felt way bigger. You know what I mean? It didn't
bigger,
feel like a TV show, especially that last 2 episodes. They felt like a movie.
And it had to be continued at the second last episode too, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yep, it did. Yeah.
For like the setup for the finale.
Yeah. This last episode really did feel like a movie, especially at the very beginning. The way it opened up, definitely felt like it was a movie.
Yeah, it's quite obvious the writing is a lot better.
Yeah, well,
I'd say a lot better, but it's improved from season 1.
Yeah, exactly.
Obviously going on to season 2.
Yeah, exactly, which we mentioned earlier. And one thing I really liked about the start of this opening of this episode, the finale, it was paying homage to Scream 2. I mentioned to you this while we were watching this. That's a straight up Scream 2. The killer stands in the middle of the road, he hits the guardrail and goes in, and then, you know what I mean? Except for, I think the police officer was dead in that one. In Scream 2, I think he died, he got impaled, and they were stuck in the back seat.
slowly done with the his hand going like that, yeah.
But I really like that. I love how they're paying homage to the classic Scream films as well as
But it is
original.
more so, the more so it is like, with this season, it's more so paying homage to Scream 2.
Oh, spot on.
More than anything else.
Except for Killer Reveal.
I mean, you got the theater. First thing opening up the theater this season.
Yep.
I mean, that was freaking entirely awesome. Like, it was sick.
Oh yeah, the first 10 minutes of the season with Audrey and the killer chasing her around, I really liked that. I thought that was pretty fucking cool. Speaking of Audrey, another lame segue here. That scene at the finale with the chains and the Indiana Jones-esque Daryl Dixon capture.
Scorpion Mortal Kombat?
Yeah, that felt so out of place. We were talking and
the editing felt so
it was
looked so bad on that shot.
I think it was just like, hey dude, or come over here, or some shit like Mortal Kombat or something, and she spun it, got him just fucking so that he's wrapped up against a pole with his hand, and that never happened. Never happened. I know it's a TV show and stuff, but like, it felt so out of place. Like, she could have smacked him in the fucking head with a piece of board.
Yeah.
And that way he's on his ground and they got the gun and they're holding him hostage.
Yeah, like
It just didn't feel right. It just that was the only I think thing I had a problem with in this season finale was that one thing. Everything else for me was perfect. I really enjoyed it. It was great. The killer reveal. If you watch my Scream episode 4 review, I talked about Karen being the killer, which turned out to be true. Mm-hmm. And I kind of seen it coming.
Yeah, I've seen it coming too. Like I wasn't really surprised.
No,
And it tied back for the first season, because when the first season ended, like it only had one killer, wasn't it? Like it was
it was just Piper.
There was no ties to it, so it was always like that rule of 2 with Scream. Like you always got to have more than one killer. Even when you come back to Scream 3, it's Roman, but he had tied back Scream 1 with Billy and Stu.
He's the one that taught him how to do
He's the one that taught him how to do it, how him to show him what to do, etc., etc.
Yeah, which Karen for me worked as the villain, especially when he said that I didn't see coming that he was Piper's boyfriend.
No.
And how she was insane, and how because of Emma's mom dumping her to a side, that just so happened that his dad happened to go with Emma and leave him alone down Atlanta somewhere, and the two of these people happened to meet, and they're like, all right, fuck those people, let's plot that revenge, man. Let's get your mother back for all those years of torturing us, which I think.
Well, that's the thing about the like Scream, like either the show, the movies. There's always a motive.
Yeah.
There's always a motive.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's a big thing with me too, is the fact that Emma's mom was more so the victim in season 1.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, like Emma was definitely in it, and she got hurt, and her friends got hurt. But I think it was more centralized around Emma's mom, whereas season 2 was definitely about Emma. Emma not completely.
100%.
Which kind of threw me to Karen right away.
Yeah, I can see that now. Actually, I never thought of that.
Yeah, well, the whole thing was Piper trying to get back at Emma's mom for leaving her alone, right?
And he's trying to get back
abortion baby
at Emma and Audrey for killing Piper.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Got it.
It's all tied back together, man, just like the Scream films are.
It's always a continuous circle.
And once again, after we get the killer reveal and everything's tied up and Karen goes to jail, he gets a phone call. What does the person on the phone say?
What are you doing wearing my mask?
Exactly. Who else wore the mask? If Piper's dead and Karen's in jail, the only other person who wore the mask was Brandon James. Is Brandon James still alive?
Hence again a rule of 2 because this season ended off with Karen as the killer. What if Karen had another person helping him?
Yeah.
I can totally see that. But the fact that Karen was caught off guard.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think so, and the fact that they kept going back to Brandon James.
Exactly. It was leading up to this, the whole season, leading up to Brandon James coming for season 3.
Yeah, for sure. Like, that's what the whole build-up is definitely.
The fact they never found the body, all the backstory stuff, the fact that Emma's mom got the notes and the trees and stuff, 100% leading back to Brandon James. I think he will be the killer. If it's not Brandon James, the only other thing I can think of is maybe Piper had a twin. It's the only thing I can think of, which wouldn't make a lot of sense because it would have been revealed already.
Dun dun dun.
Alright, so what are you guys' final thoughts of the season of Scream season 2? Did you like it? Did you love it? Did you hate it?
I really liked this. Again, like I said to you earlier, some of my favorite kills were from the previous season. Mm-hmm. I thought the new ones this season were great.
Yeah.
I really liked how they introduced Stavros and Eli, but you could kind of tell they weren't going to be the killers because it was pointing towards them too much.
Too much, yeah.
Yeah.
So other than that, with the finale, I'll say the only thing they could have added for me, like you said earlier, was actually showing Eli going into the sister's home, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And see him get stabbed by the killer and then walk in after.
Yeah, it would have made way more sense, especially because, like, I don't think it would have ruined the finale of Karen being the killer because he was still dressed in the Ghostface costume.
Yeah.
Or the Brandon James costume. The fact that they didn't show Eli coming in beforehand, even if he didn't get shown get stabbed, just him walking in would have made way more sense. Like him showing up, being stabbed already. Which I think the editing choice for that was when Emma was firing at the stairs, he got shot.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's what I was thinking they were going for. But then why the fuck is he holding a knife?
Yeah.
And saying he got stabbed. Why didn't he say he got shot?
Yeah.
And I guess you can't say he got shot because then it'll be...
Well, if he got shot, he'd have an exit wound, so he...
Exactly, yeah.
It's just worse.
Maybe that was a little bit of an bad editing choice there, but once again, I'm not in Hollywood.
No.
But what did you think of it?
Oh, I absolutely loved it. I gotta say, I liked it a lot more than the first season because it improved a lot more with the acting, the writing, the kills, obviously, like you said. And what I liked most about the finale was the fact that they didn't kill off Karen.
No.
Yeah.
Like everyone's probably seen it, like, she's gonna kill him.
Yeah.
She's gonna kill him. But no, that didn't happen. So like, obviously they have more story. Obviously, with the ending for the next season.
I hope he becomes Cotton Weary.
I think that's what possibly is gonna happen for sure.
I mean, obviously
Definitely
he's
Cotton
not.
Weary.
He's proven to be Ghostface or whatever. But I think they're gonna kind of take a Cotton Weary aspect with him in regards to him being in jail and trying to get out. Maybe they'll find some kind of amazing loophole where Karen gets out and he tries to get the killer or be the killer again or something.
Or maybe something similar, like Emma will come to Karen and visit him and saying, okay, well, there's a killer back. Is there a person working with you?
Yeah.
Maybe she's going to come to the prison and ask, how do I catch...
Yeah,
Well, how do I
Silence of the Lambs?
Silence of the Lambs. That's what I was thinking when I seen it. I was like,
that'd be cool.
This is gonna be like a Silence of the Lambs, Hannibal Lecter type thing. Was saying like, how do I catch Buffalo Bill type thing, you know?
Yeah.
Which is probably my favorite part about the TV show The Following, which is also written by the guy who wrote Scream, Kevin Williamson.
Yeah.
The fact that Kevin Bacon's character kept going back to the prison to meet Joe Carroll
Yes.
and learn stuff about serial killers. If they do that route, I'm all in.
I am too, 100%.
All in. All right, well-
just awesome.
Arlene.
I absolutely love the season. I don't even need to say anymore. These guys pretty much filled it in for me. I'm going to give the season a 8.5 out of 10. The middle of it was kind of sloppy. Not so much sloppy, but too much teen drama, which this show is, so I can't push that as a negative because that's what the show is going for. That Audrey thing in the finale was kind of weird, but everything else, I really enjoyed it. Every episode, I messaged you guys and I was saying, wow, this episode was good. It keeps getting better and better.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10.
I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10.
Okay.
I thought it was really good. It's just I didn't like. It was kind of slow during the middle of the season.
Yeah.
I didn't like how they're pushing the whole relationship aspect of it, of everybody getting into a relationship.
And that's what I'm about teen drama stuff. Yeah.
So other than that, I probably if it wasn't so slow during the middle and the whole teen drama thing didn't happen, I would have probably given it an 8.5.
Huh? Okay.
But that kind of lowered it for me.
I'll give it an 8 out of 10 for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That worked, yeah. Perfect. All right, guys, that was our first official podcast. Let us know what you thought in the comments below. Let us know what you want to see next. Maybe you can recommend this one, and we'll try to get that done. You can follow us on our social media.
MovieManiacMick, and you can follow me on Instagram, Devin343.
M4TV, and you can follow me on Instagram at M4_TV.
Awesome, and I'm AJPunk15, and obviously you can follow me on all my social media at AJPunk15. And as always, guys, take care, stay frosty, and see more films. Fuck, what the hell was that? Fuck, man, this is way too trippy for me. I'm fucking out.